Oh man, I remember just like it was yesterday. Just like it was yesterday. When I made the decision to become a full-time content creator. You may be asking yourself, is it possible for you to become successful as a content creator? My short answer to you guys is absolutely yes. Now couldn't be a better time to become a full-time content creator. Why? Because the world needs video. You can definitely eliminate the idea that it may be or look like it's too saturated in this industry to join now and become successful. I can give you some tips and some guidance as to why you should join in the year 2024. Some of the tips that I share with you, alongside with some of the things that I've actually went through, it will help you and feel much better about your decision in becoming a full-time content creator. Let's say you've made the decision and you need to know exactly what it is that you need to do first. Well, I'm gonna tell you, number one, you need to identify who you are as a creative in this industry. And many of you may know this as your niche. I know the marketing critics, they are gonna hate me for saying this. I told you guys, I'm gonna be transparent and I'm gonna be real with you. Shoot everything. When you first get started in this industry, yes, it is very important to identify your niche. Yes, it is very important to know who your target audience is. But when you first get started, you don't even know what it is that you like. Yeah, you could say you like to be a DP or you like to be a cinematographer or whatever, but you really won't even know until you've gotten to that field and you have tried literally everything there is to know in that industry. When you first get started, it is hard to identify your niche. It's hard to really find out what it is that you really have a passion for if you haven't tried everything, or at least I did. When I first got started and I made that decision to become a full-time creator, to be honest with you, I didn't have time to be picky. I didn't have time to say, no, I'm not gonna do this event over here. I just do this and I only do this. But I believe you have to work yourself up to that point. I do believe that you can start right off the bat, come in an expert at one thing, but to identify who you are, you have to literally try everything there is so that way you can really find out what your passion is. And the video production industry breaks down into so many different sectors, but it's best to try being a DP, a cinematographer, or a videographer, or even try editing. Doing those things, guys, is super important. Not only are you able to get your hands wet in other areas of the industry, but when it comes to that time where you're scaling your business and you're growing your business and you're hiring people, it's best that I know how to do the job so that way when I hire someone to do the job, I know what it is to look for because I had the experience. Number one, identify who you are. Do everything, shoot everything. Soon, that led me to understand exactly what it is that I love to do the most. Like, I don't like storyboarding. I don't like scouting locations. I don't like any of that stuff when it comes to the creation process. I rather bring this to life behind the camera. I rather direct the talent to be able to convey the emotion that I'm looking to portray in this video. Number one, identify who you are, shoot everything that you possibly can, and allow that to help you find your passion. Number two, guys, is understanding the video production business. Before you make that commitment to become a full-time content creator, make sure that you understand the business of video production. Now, back when I got started, it definitely wasn't this much competition. It definitely wasn't this hard. And nowadays, you actually have to do a lot more than just video production to kind of separate yourself from the rest. Get your CRM, which is a customer relationship management software that you can literally import all of your customers. And every time you do a video, make sure you're getting Google reviews, enter them in your CRM, making sure that you're emailing them, you're following up with them, constantly nurturing your client. And for some of you that don't know what nurturing means, it simply means just checking up on your client, following up with your client, keeping in constant communication. When it comes to a service that they may need, you're the first one to come to mind. So just as much as you market another client or a customer, you want to make sure you're marketing your video production business the exact same way, if not more. This is my biggest takeaway when it comes to understanding the business side of video production: experience. On the business side of things, you're giving your customers the absolute best experience possible. A bad reputation is extremely hard to fix. So great customer experience will literally be one of the defining moments or defining things that can literally take your brand to the next level just by offering great customer service. You cannot offer great customer service if you do not understand the business side of video production. Is it the video production service, or is it understanding what your client wants, understanding what results that they're looking for, and understanding their pain points? That way you can create better content, and all of that is understanding the business side of video production. Number 3, understanding your value. Too many content creators are in this industry that do not understand their value. I get it. I was there at one point. I thought my biggest value was a crispy, clean 4K video. It's crispy, the angles is fire, the movements is sick. I thought that was what made my services really dope. It wasn't. With that mindset, I was literally like a crab in a bucket with everybody else that was offering just great clarity, like great 4K footage, dope angles, dope motion, like transitions, the whole 9 was just fire. But that's not what separated me. It was understanding my client. It was understanding their pain point. What's missing? They just want traffic. My biggest offer was creating video content to address a problem. The moment I started to understand that the power of video was not just all about clarity or this big fancy camera that I'm showing up to set and shooting with, it was really about answering a question, having this video bring my clients a ton of traffic just by having this video be a spokesperson for them. Once you start to understand that your value is not just offering video production services, but the videos that you are actually producing is offering market value, marketing material for your clients that addresses a pain point or drives more traffic to the customer, you become that much more valuable. Identify who you are, understand the business, understand your value. Those 3 things, guys, will literally take your career to the next level. Number 4, develop a retainer. When you develop a retainer, in other words, a retainer, guys, is basically a package, a monthly subscription that your customers can subscribe to and get X amount of services. It gives you and it allows you room to grow. I was always doing photo shoot specials just to keep my name out there and the income coming in consistently, because again, I had a family to take care of. I had people that relied on me, and I just made a decision to go full time as a content creator. I had to find something that was going to produce consistent revenue in my household, in my business, so that way I could take care of the things that I needed to take care of. A retainer, guys, is super, super, super important. Number 5, the very last one, guys. If you want to have a successful business in the year 2024 as a full-time content creator, it is vital that you have a system. Without a system, you have no idea what you're doing. And that's just blunt. To be honest with you guys, if you're freestyling, you really don't know what it is, like what your end game looks like. You have no idea what it looks like. As much as you want to try and say, I'm going to get here eventually, or I'm going to get there eventually, without a system in place, how do you know? And what a system may look like is this. During your onboarding process, as you're reaching out to customers, you're marketing your services to customers, etc. When they do respond, right? Is this automated? Is there like an automated response? Do you find yourself saying the exact same thing across the board to so many customers when they first come on board or when they're first starting to work with you? You want to automate that process. If you find yourself saying the exact same thing 24/7, you want to start to find ways that you can systemize those things. If they fill out a form on a website, what happens next? Do you respond, or does an AI bot respond? What happens during that process of someone inquiring about your services? And then once they have inquired about your services and they have filled out that form, you've responded or AI responded, what happens next? From there, you could literally have a quick 30-minute call, which I call a cold call, just to identify who your customer is, what it is that they're looking for, what is their pain points, what problem are they looking to solve, and last, what are the results that they're expecting. Me personally, I like to ask even how fast are they expecting these results to happen. I like to include that into my system, or you can call it a pipeline. The whole point of this, guys, is you want to make sure that you are constantly with your customer from start to finish. And even after you're finished, you want to make sure that you're nurturing your customer, because you want to make sure that any other time in the future that they may need your services, you are the first one that they think about. And anytime they're talking to a family member or a friend, you are the first person that they think about. So that's why a system is super, super important. In most cases, a lot of freelancers are literally out there struggling because they don't have a system. To go back, yes, I absolutely think it's a great idea to become a full-time content creator in the year 2024, and it couldn't be any better than now. Especially with all the AI tools out right now, especially using programs like CapCut, Canva, etc. It honestly makes your job a lot more easier. But I do see where a lot of people are struggling because they're still doing things like the old school way, which I get it. A lot of people are still kind of getting used to AI, if this is really for them. My experience is literally has helped me expeditiously. If I was to start all over, I would definitely incorporate AI into my video production business starting right out. That's my gems. So guys, I hope you was able to find this video helpful. If you like videos like this, you definitely make sure that you guys hit that notification bell, because I promise you guys, I'm gonna be dropping a lot more consistent content. I wanna make sure that you guys are being notified every time I drop something new. Leave me a comment down below. Let me know what you guys think about this video. I need your feedback, but in the meantime, in between time, you guys stay creative, man. Make sure you hit that like button, and I'll see you guys the next time.